Hello, I'm Karen Elgersma, soaking up the sun at the gardens at HCP in Saanich. And you're watching Go Island on Shaw TV. On today's show, a new app that makes ordering from a restaurant a whole lot easier. And James Green heads to Salt Spring Island to find out why they are spending the entire month of March focusing on women in the arts. All that and much more on Go Island.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.
Hello and welcome to Go Island. That's right, Vancouver Island. We are the Island of Gardens, and here in March, it's no exception. We're gardening and we're celebrating the flowers. I can hear birds singing. I'm telling you, we're so blessed to live here on Vancouver Island. But one of the reasons why this place is so special is we have a garden here that will inspire all of you. That's right, it's the Gardens at HCP, designed to teach, inspire, and empower all of us to garden. And there's some really cool programs here that are happening right now. Now, at the Horticulture Center of the Pacific, or Gardens at HCP, there's always things going on. But this spring, there's some youth programs that are new and exciting. Paula, tell us a little bit about what's happening.
I'd love to. The Junior Master Gardener program is going to be running for both weeks of our spring break, and we're going to be featuring both a health and nutrition as well as a wildlife gardener camps. So they'll be 9 to 4 daily, and it's a wonderful way to not only celebrate spring, get all of us out in the garden, do a lot of growing, so everything from planting seeds to harvesting, making healthy snacks, and learning a little bit about the many pests and beneficials in the gardens and what we can be doing to make our gardens healthy. Let me tell you about a fabulous program we're offering for families in a family workshop series starting this Sunday, and will be offered over the next 5 weeks. We're really excited to be encouraging both newcomers and experienced gardeners to come in and grow food with their family.
Tell us a little bit about the school programs.
So school tours have been going on for years here at the gardens, and because we have such a fabulous location, we're able to explore things like soils. We're able to look at pests and beneficials in the garden. We're able to look at that fabulous ethnobotany aspect to our native garden.
Absolutely. And of course, spring break is coming up, and if you're looking for something really fun and adventurous for your young people to do, check out some of the youth programs. Just remind people how they can find out about the programs that are going on at spring break.
Absolutely. So for our Junior Master Gardener camps, we're doing registration through Saanich Rec, and so they can reach saanich.ca and do that. Otherwise, for our family workshop series, we're taking registration here at the HCP.
Awesome.
HCP.ca or 250-479-6162.
Excellent. Now, we live in a world where technology just keeps making life easier and easier. And there's a new app out that will allow you to order your meal from a restaurant or even food when you're at a concert. And the testing for this app is happening right here in Victoria. Sucheta Singh explains. What do you think? Are we getting a little too lazy? We want to hear your thoughts. So tweet us at ShawTV_SVI. Now we're here at the Gardens at HCP in Saanich. Have you been here yet? Have you been here recently? So much going on. You and I always say it's the best kept secret in Vancouver Island.
And it still is.
I know, and we're trying to change that, Jane. We've been trying to change it for years, and we keep at it. But there's so much exciting programming happening right now and events. Let's talk about what is happening here at the Gardens.
I, of course, coordinate community education, which runs everything from rock walls, such as the one that's in the background, which was built a couple years ago, to basket making, which I started on a lark, thinking basket making. It's huge, it's wonderfully popular, every class sells out.
Because don't you remember that when you'd go to university, you'd tease your friends that weren't going out taking basket weaving 101.
But it
really is an amazing thing.
Yeah, and the teacher who does it is one of those teachers that you think if you had this woman through your entire education, you would be a genius. There's a few more of those, and we have a new slate
like that
starts again in the fall. And they always fill up. So the best way to get into those classes is to subscribe to e-news, because then you're always in the know.
Yes.
So coming up, we have, let me see, we have a pruning course.
Okay.
And we have rock walls, which is hugely exciting. That was built a few years ago, but we're going to do another class as soon as I can reschedule it because it was canceled because of the weather. And the teacher is trying to get his, background cleared up so he can come. He comes from the States. And then we will schedule a beginners, an intermediate, and an advanced. And of course, you've been here enough to know that the folly down the bottom, the arches, was part of an advanced class that was built, it must be 5 or 6 years ago now. And we will be doing that again. So this is an age-old skill. And then we have another teacher coming next weekend on the 15th to do willow work.
Oh, wow.
And this is to harvest the willow that we grow on the property. And he's going to make a tunnel, which is like a living wall. You can make playhouses and wind breaks, places to put your picnic table in the summer, and he's going to do things to use in the garden, which of course they always did before they had Dig This, right?
Yeah.
They would make their own. So he's going to do trellises and wreaths. So it's very exciting.
That is amazing. I want to take that. That would be so fun.
You can make your own garden ornaments. And actually we have a woman coming in the fall who takes ordinary t-shirts and she turns them into a heron, a bird. And that's for garden art. They'll last outside, and it's just a combination of a t-shirt. I think there's some structure underneath it and glue.
Wow.
And you get a bird. And people who think they have no talent, because the baskets in particular, they'll come in, there's this array of baskets, and they look at them, I am never going to be able to make that. And every single one walks out at the end of the day with this beautiful basket.
Oh my gosh. Well, there is a group of women on Salt Spring Island who are incredible artists. In fact, they are part of a show that's at the Salt Spring Library. It's featuring artists ages 66 to 99. Amazing, creative talent. James Green with that story. If you haven't checked out Salt Spring in a while, put it on your to-do list for the month of March, because not only is the Focused on Women art show happening, but there's always so many great things. And every time I hop on that ferry and get off in Fulford Harbor, I feel like I'm in a different place and I've escaped and I'm on holidays, even if I just go for the day. Now, if you can't get to Salt Spring because you just don't have the time, how about coming to the gardens at HCP? Because when I come here, I truly feel like I've escaped. And the Winter Garden is the star of the show right now. Tell us, Rafe, what's happening here in the Winter Garden?
So right now in the Doris Page Winter Garden, we've got flowering stems of our dogwoods. We've got the beautiful blooms of the Cornus Mass or the Cornelian cherry. We've got the fragrance from the winter flowering honeysuckles.
Oh, it just smells amazing.
The daphnes are blooming and they smell wonderful too. So it's the fragrances, the colors, the blooms. It's a lovely place to be, and the sun. It's always sunny here.
One of the interesting things that I've learned from Rafe is that I call it the winter rose. What's the official name for it?
Hellebore.
The hellebore was brought to British Columbia by
Doris Page, who this garden's named after. When she immigrated here from England, she actually introduced hellebores to BC.
I did not know that. And they're everywhere in the garden right now.
We have thousands and thousands of them. Yeah.
And they're just beautiful. It's also a great way to get inspired as a gardener, because it really is a gardener's garden. You come here and you learn things you can plant so that next winter you can have your very own winter garden.
And there's no excuse in Victoria to not have a garden looking good in the winter.
We have to take a very short break, but please stay with us when we come back. Dan Kahn heads to Duncan to discover that everyone has a story, and there is a new development here at the gardens at HCP, some very exciting news that nobody, and I mean nobody, has heard yet, and we're going to share it with you, so stay with us. Welcome back to Go Island. We're here in the Doris Page Winter Garden at the gardens at HCP in Saanich, and it is spectacular. Right now, they have the purple crocuses, they have honeysuckle, which smells, oh my word, delicious. They have just a spectacular array of flowers and color and smells. It is such a special place to come. If you've never been to the Winter Garden, put it on your to-do list. Wow, this place will just absolutely knock the winter blues right out of you. Now, Dan Kahn headed to Duncan because the Kahn believes that everyone has a story. So he stopped a random guy on the street, sat him down, gave him an interview, and in the words of Forrest Gump, you just never know what you're gonna get. It is true, Dan Kahn. Everyone has a story, and everyone's story is unique, different, and quite frankly, fascinating. We are here at the Doris Page Winter Garden at the Gardens at HCP, and it's so beautiful here. In fact, it's been snowing. Well, snowdrops, that is. Beautiful snowdrops, winter roses, daffodils, crocuses. It smells amazing. There's bees, there's birds. It's just paradise here. Now, Sucheta Singh is one of the bravest television reporters I know, because she agreed to volunteer to learn to dance, to be part of the Aegis Living Expo's Dancing with the Stars. It raised money for the Canadian Diabetes Foundation, and I'm telling you, my friends, our very own Sucheta Singh rocked it. If you don't believe me, watch this. Sucheta Singh, you are a dancing superstar. Not only did you wow the audience, but you helped raise money for the Canadian Diabetes Foundation. Congratulations. We have to take a very short break, but please stay with us when we come back. This Week in BC takes a look at the NDP. They have a new leader in Mike Farnworth, who's a veteran with the NDP, and he believes that the NDP needs a new economic plan. But will this get them reelected? Sean Leslie looks at this, and we'll be back here at the Gardens with a very special announcement. So stay with us. Tell us about what's happening here at the Gardens. Really cool conference coming up. Tell us about it.
Yes, on March 21st, we are having a First Nations food conference. And the objective is to invite First Nations from around the CRD. In fact, they're coming from as far away as Port Hardy.
Wow.
To discuss growing food and sustainable food for themselves. Dr. Nancy Turner is the chair, and she's a well-known ethnobotanist.
I love Nancy.
Yeah, she's great.
Her.
She's great.
Amazing. And
we will have a series of panelists who already have gardens in Tsouk and Sawit to explain what they've done. And it's really a conference for the First Nations to speak to other First Nations peoples about best practice. What do you do? How do you do it? And with the long-term objective of hopefully developing learning tools for them.
Tell us the very exciting announcement.
We are a botanical garden.
Woohoo!
Absolutely. We've joined the Botanic Gardens International, which is based at Kew in England. And so we are the first botanical garden in Victoria.
I want to thank you so much.
It's our pleasure, for sure.
For everything you do. I'm having so much, seriously, I wish you're all with me right now. There's a bald eagle above me and a hawk. The smells, there's bees. It really is just paradise here. So come out, and if you see us out in the gardens, you see us around town, say hello. Tell us about your story ideas. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. You can email us. You can go to our webpage. We love hearing from you. We'll see you next time.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network. Women's clothing provided by Tulip Noir. Casual designer fashions. Men's wardrobe by DG Bremner & Co. Menswear and accessories. Hair services provided by Salon J.